At this point, you've done all the preparation you need. It's finally time to get filming. In this episode, I'll cover the recording software you need and some broad details of the filming process. Unless you already have some other software you prefer to use, the recording program I would recommend is Open Broadcaster software. It's extremely customizable and offers every feature you could want for free. These are the settings I currently use, but each computer will be different. To get a high quality recording with the least amount of lag, select constant bitrate and play around with the numbers and the CPU usage preset. Bind the start and end recording commands to a hotkey. OBS does not actually give an on-screen indication that recording has started, so be careful to check. I find the use of a second monitor very handy for this, so if you can, it's a good idea. I personally don't recommend filming using a private server, as it is much easier to communicate with your body actors in person than over voice chat. Using a local network will also dramatically reduce lag for other players. Before I start each filming session, I have a small checklist I go through. Is my computer performing at its best? For example, make sure all unnecessary applications are closed, including those that run in the background and might give a pop-up notification, like Steam, and will ruin your take. Make sure your power plan is set to its highest performance. Also verify you have enough space to hold all your recordings. 20+ GB should suffice. Is everyone ready? Ensure all players are wearing the right skin for their character. Once in game, don't forget to check the time of day and render all the parts of the map that will be seen. This point is where that carefully prepared storyboard comes into play. Check it over and choose the shot you want to film. See how useful your storyboard is now? You don't have to do any hard thinking and you can just get on with the job. If there is a voice line in the shot, I found it useful to play the file using a phone or iPod during recording so the actor can get the smaller head movements synced up. A head that does not move in time with the voice line will look like it is not speaking at all. Have some fun with angles. A potentially boring scene can be spiced up with a good shot. It is important to be very patient during this part. I had a total of 172 shots in my Machinima with 240 plus outtakes, over double, so expect things to mess up on a regular basis. One thing I did learn was to never, ever work with minecarts unless you absolutely have to. They are very hard to manipulate and are prone to taking off by themselves. A few of the planned minecart shots for my Machinima had to be scrapped entirely as they were too hard to pull off, even with an extra person helping behind the scenes. When you have finished filming a shot, play it back to make sure everything's alright. Keep a checklist of every shot in your storyboard to make sure you don't miss any out. It will probably take a few days to film everything, so make sure you and all your actors have that time available. My 3 tips for this time are: use OBS. It rivals even the best premium software. Make sure your computer is performing at its optimum. Also turn off any pop-ups and notifications. Take your time. It's not uncommon for a shot to take 5 or 6 attempts. Make sure you have some fun too. I'll be back for the final episode, where I cover editing, music and sound effects.